Hello everybody, Mr. Parrot here with your rundown of what you are going to be doing today on September 27th. It's a Monday. We're dealing with microscopes in class, but I will show you what you need to do at home since you're not here today. So, first things first, make sure you go to Schoology, check that stuff in, answer up our stuff today. Second, in order to turn in your little book thingy, that would be this thingy-mabob where you had your pictures in the middle and all that kind of good stuff in it. In order to turn that into me, what I want you to do is take a picture of, you can take a picture of it with it all closed so I can see the front, and then open it up and take a second picture of it in the middle, and then just send those two pictures to me in an email. That'll be how I can take care of that digitally this time around. If not, just make sure that you give it to me when you come back to class, hopefully tomorrow. But I know some of you have extended leaves here, so that's the way that you can get that to me, is just take a picture of it, email me both it with it closed and then with it open so I can see everything about it. With that out of the way, we can dive into what we're doing today for our microscope tutorial. And luckily for today, you're going to be able to do most of the stuff at home. There'll be certain parts that you won't be able to do, but we'll be able to counterbalance that a little bit with our stuff. So, with that being said, if you go to Schoology, open up our microscope tutorial assignment, and here's what you're going to have for you to see. I split it up into day 1 and day 2 because all the microscope stuff we generally have to do in class. So we generally take things kind of slow through these next couple of days because otherwise it's hard to make that stuff up. So here's what we got. Day 1, you're going to do 3 things. You're going to label a microscope picture. You're going to identify the functions correctly, and then you're going to get some pictures of the different parts. So here's our diagram that you'll label. Now, for the diagram over here, you'll see that there's a link to a website. It is also up on Schoology, so if you go to our good old Schoology to today's post, here we go. Boom, right here, microscope website. You can pop it up through there too. And yeah, it's our microscope tutorial website. It's got everything that you'll need for day 1. So here's our picture of our microscope. You are just going to need to label the different parts. So all the parts are here, and you got to figure out which one is which off of the picture. You then have identifying the functions, which on this website, you have the functions for each one of them. So make sure that you identify them correctly and match them up. Finally, for your picture parts, for this part, because you're not able to take a picture with your own device with us, here is simply what you're going to have to do. You need to copy over these pictures and put them in their correct positions. That way it just reinforces where everything goes. Now, if you're not going to be here tomorrow, you can go ahead and start looking at day 2, but if you think you're going to be here in person for day 2, you can stop at that point for it. I will say when you get to the end of day 2 is when we actually look at our first specimen underneath the microscope. So if you want more time in class, if you're going to be here tomorrow with it, I've been encouraging people to just keep on working all the way throughout because some people are finishing day 1 very quickly, which is fine. You can move on to day 2 and start getting through day 2 stuff, because then you can take a look at all the different things that I have available, which for just random things that I have available, I do have quite a variety selections of things that aren't a part of our cell looking at later on in the week, but are kind of cool nonetheless. Different types of tissue samples and yeah, some stuff going on with that. Some spinal cords and pancreas and some small intestines and some stomach walls, and also some plant parts in there, some roots and stems and leaves, and some stuff in here that we won't generally take a look at otherwise. But if you're here in class tomorrow and you got day 1 and 2 done, you can kind of explore a little bit at that point. But with that being said, if you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to email me. I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Other than that, I hope that you're doing well, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow so that you can enjoy our microscopes here. With that being said, I will see you later. Bye.